Alright, welcome back everybody, hope you're doing well. Today we're talking about college kids. College kids are really mad. Pretty much, if you're familiar with the education system, colleges cost an insane amount of money. An amount that should pretty much be illegal. It is so disgustingly pricey that it should be a crime, that's just my opinion, but sadly it is not. And you know, when a person pays this amount of money, this amount of life-changing money, they expect a quality education. They expect that they're gonna study for 3 years or 4 years really hard. They're gonna graduate with a guaranteed job, and you know they're gonna live their life, and it's all gonna be nice and dandy. Right off the bat, I'm just telling you, you're not getting that. You're just gonna memorize some garbage the entire year, and then regurgitate it onto your exam paper, and then you forget it one day after. Okay? Then you're gonna graduate with a laughable salary if you even get a job, and it just doesn't add up. Okay? It doesn't, like, the amount of effort that you put in and the amount you're paying for it and how much you get out of it, it just doesn't add up. Okay, that's just my take. But yeah, obviously that's just an opinion subject to which college, which area, who it is, what type of person, you know, all of that. But in general, most people kind of know what to expect at this point. Hey, at least there will be a social experience, the college experience, right? That many people want to have. You know, you get to interact with fellow college friends and have a good time. Well, you know, with the virus and the pandemic and all of that stuff, classes have shifted online, right? Essentially, instead of meeting a teacher face-to-face and learning in person with your fellow colleagues, right? You'll instead be sat at home looking at your laptop camera in horrible quality with terrible connection issues with a subpar learning experience. This results in virtually no college experience, which is like 50% of the reason why people even go to college. But the horrible teaching and subpar learning part is still there, and people just kind of feel scammed, you know, because they weren't warned of this. They didn't know this was gonna happen. And the main reason that this is just unacceptable is that they are still paying the full price for college tuition, and that's not really what anybody signed up for. You signed up for 3 or 4 years of in-person classes, you know, human interaction, you know, seeing people face to face. It's like a whole bundle deal, right? So when you shifted to just online classes, you can't just keep the same goddamn price for a lesser quality product. It's just unethical, but that's pretty much what every university is doing. And people are really mad, right? They're suing colleges to fight back against this. And honestly, many people may call them stupid because what are you gonna do? Sue the goddamn college? And they actually did it, and it's never gonna work, obviously, because colleges are sleazebags, and they've got their lawyers, they've got their contracts and their fine prints, and they're protected against everything. But honestly, I respect it, okay? I stand by it, like you're pretty much getting scammed. Honestly, I would sue them for the regular college experience anyways, but you know, this is just an add-on. So pretty much today we're just gonna take a look at what exactly is happening. Make sure to subscribe if you enjoy these videos. We're trying to get to 600k, and yeah, let's begin. Okay, so pretty much the first place that I saw this was like a Twitter headline which said, "Lawsuits pile up as college students sue for remote learning." Students feeling ripped off by remote learning are suing. Universities are pointing to the fine print. So pretty much Bloomberg Opinion put out like this series of very biased polls, and they're trying to assess as to like how many kids are actually getting scammed and what do they feel about this whole situation, right? So Bloomberg says, "Did you shell out $55,000 to watch your college professor on Zoom all year?" So first off, no, they shelled out $55,000 to get a college experience. So it's probably going to be no, but just the fact that you said 55,000, they're like, yeah, I did lose money, so they're going to say yes. This is kind of a weird question. Do you think the college broke the promises they made to get you to enroll? Yes, I mean, this one I gotta agree, because honestly, like, when you signed up, this is definitely, like, okay, I understand the pandemic is not something they can control, and they gotta adapt to it, right? But I don't understand why students still have to pay the full fees for a subpar experience. Like the pandemic affects everybody's business, right? So why does it not affect the schools and universities' budget, but it affects our budget? Like, it pretty much makes no sense. They're literally making students take the hit for the entire pandemic. It's like we literally didn't choose to have this happen, you know? And let me just say, when choosing a university, right, especially international students, they kind of look at like where the area is, right? They're kind of looking at, oh, okay, this place has this facility, and wow, I'm gonna get to use that. That's gonna be so awesome. Oh wow, the climate here is really nice. Oh, I love that basketball court. Oh, the campus is so huge and sunny. I love it. And sometimes that kind of overrides the decision of like academic things or like rankings or university rankings, stuff like that. And if they got admission wanting to have some type of experience and you've kind of taken it away, I do believe that you've kind of broken your promises. Obviously, not legally because you are sleazy ass contract writers, so obviously you're gonna be like, fine print, we're excused from paying any money ever. If you could sue your university for charging you the same amount for remote learning, would you? Remote learning is just Zoom learning pretty much. I love how like 90% said yes out of 90,000 votes. Honestly, that says something. Obviously, not everyone's gonna go and sue people because honestly, we're just tired. We're not gonna go through that entire legal process. We don't even have the funds to do that. But honestly, the sentiment is here, right? People are just mad. I'm literally a completely unrelated to study YouTuber, but people still complain about it in my comments and on Twitter that, oh my god, I have these online classes. They absolutely suck. And I'm like, nobody even brought it up. That's how bad it is. If you said yes to the above, you're not alone. Students displeased with remote learning have filed hundreds of lawsuits seeking tuition refunds from their universities, but the defendants are mostly winning, and we should be worried about how. I'm absolutely not surprised. This is not more of a lawsuit. This is more of like a petition to kind of be like, hey, this is kind of wrong. Please have a moral compass and lower the goddamn fees, you know? Even for the goddamn regular college experience, just the prices are insane. Kids literally have to go and take student loans to even get an education. That is ridiculous. So when you graduate, you're literally in debt, and it takes like 5 to 10 years to even pay that off. So you're literally starting at negative money, dude. That's disgusting. The system we have in place is so bad, and I wish I had the power to change it, but I just don't. No joke, I honestly feel for future kids and the stuff they have to go through. I really hope it gets better. Plaintiff after plaintiff argues that schools have breached contracts requiring in-person classes, networking opportunities. Exactly. That's like one of the main reasons college is so useful. You get to network and you make friends and you make business contacts and stuff like that. All the benefits of bright and cheery campuses. As I said, most people don't consider college just about learning. It's this whole package deal with like the outside, the campus, it's your life. You're going there every day for like 5 years, you know? You're not gonna want to go to a place that has absolutely nothing but freaking Zoom meetings. Many colleges are financially strapped, and tuition refunds would put them further in the red. This I just don't understand. Like, how are they spending the funds that we give them? Like, if you just calculate like how much you're paying the university and multiply it by like the student body population, it will come to an insane amount of money, and you wonder where they're spending this money. I made a video before where I detailed how wasteful college spending is, and like, you know, the amount of useless facilities they have that cost like pretty much how much we're paying them. So honestly, I don't know if this has something to do with the government or whatever the garbage it is, but colleges themselves manage funds really bad, so I don't really feel bad that they're in the red. Like, screw you. But institutions could consider the long-term consequences of pursuing what amounts to an argument that the campus experience is worthless. Once again, I agree, campus experience is worthless. I don't care if it's in person either. The fine print says that schools reserve the right to make changes without notice in the courses and offerings. Like, who the heck reads the fine print for a goddamn college, okay? A well-known college, it's kind of just like, okay, I'm going to this goddamn college, I'm gonna sign the terms and agreement. Like, it's like a 50-page goddamn thing. You expect freaking 17-year-old kids to read that? Colleges and universities had to make swift decisions on how best to continue instruction to deal with the pandemic. Again, not shaming them for that. It is actually the completely correct decision to have online classes because you don't want the virus spreading, but add some sort of like online value to keep it the same price. Because if it's just the current state of Zoom meetings, it's just not worth the full price. Colleges are acting like used car salesmen, arguing that students should have read the fine print before sending in those tuition checks. Just, it's so sleazy, man. I hate it. But when many students completely misunderstand the terms of their agreements, they don't even read it, dude. Have you read your goddamn college agreement? Like, nobody reads that, okay? It's possible that that they are being misled. It's not possible. It's 100% probable. So a bunch of people responded, getting as mad as I did. College is a ripoff. It's only practical because it appeals to employers, but the actual content and quality of colleges is dog poop. I 100% agree, especially considering the absurd pricing of it. More educational information is available at no cost on the internet than any college courses. As I said, a bunch of people always comment that I've learned more from YouTube, like random YouTube videos, than my entire college course in school. And I 100% agree. I learned way more from online than stupid college. I learned freaking nothing from college in school. It taught me completely useless information. Unless you're going into like the medical field or whatever, it's just useless. So pretty much there's an article detailing just the reality of it. Lawsuits won't get college students a $55,000 refund. Also, $55,000 is actually on the lower end. Like, if you look at like these Ivy League colleges, like I'm pretty sure they charge like $400K in total, maybe like $200K, something like that. I think for like international students, it's straight up like $400K, dude. It's insane. The trouble is, as one professor has put it, that this is like scraping together the money for a first-class fare and then being forced to ride in code. Exactly. Like, if your parents are paying for college, it's essentially what they've worked for their entire life, like the amount of money they're paying. Like, it takes a long time to accumulate that much and save up. And if you're paying for it, you're just paying student loans. As I'm always at pains to point out to my students, when large numbers of your customers so completely misunderstand the terms of their agreements, you do well to consider the possibility that you're doing something to mislead them. Yeah, honestly, these sleazy colleges are just like, oh, you didn't read the fine print. Like, yeah, the 90% of the goddamn student body didn't read the fine print, because that's just, we trust you, you're supposed to be a trustworthy place. Last summer, most students wanted to be back on campus in the fall, pandemic or no. We could put this down to the reckless invincibility of the youth, or the desire to get out from under parents' roofs and back to the party. It's not the party, dude, it's just the fact that people are getting goddamn depressed, bro. You can stay in lockdown for like 2 months, you can stay for 4 months, 6 months, a year is just getting ridiculous, and that's coming from me, okay? Like, the pandemic affected me like the absolute least because I stay home all day anyways, but I just got sad looking at other people become sad, But I think we should take the students seriously. If they're adult enough to sign their own contracts, they're adult enough to know their own interests. As I've noted before in this space, research aplenty supports the superiority of in-person instruction. Obviously, in-person instruction is better than online courses. You gotta be stupid to not believe it. Okay. If academics don't believe this, we're in the wrong business. Yeah, because in class, if I want something clarified, I don't have to awkwardly unmute and, literally have all 30 students hearing me at the same time. It's just weird, okay? Listen, I've been saying it for years. I hate the education system. School, college, they expect you to know your entire life path at like age 17. It's ridiculous. Sometimes even before that. I'm honestly really glad that students are kind of revolting against this and, they're like, hey, this is wrong. I hope somebody steps in and gives them their fair share, okay? Because they're essentially getting scammed here. Already with the regular system, they're getting scammed, and with this whole pandemic thing and online classes, it's just a double scam. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you thought about all of this. Do you feel scammed for your Zoom classes, or do you feel like, hey, it's the same thing? I mean, they had to do it for a pandemic, is what it is. I personally feel like this fee should have been reduced, or at least make more of a goddamn effort in the online classes, because from what I've seen, it's just horrible. Anyways, that's about it. Hope you guys did enjoy. That was the video. Smash the like, subscribe, comment for the algorithm, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a wonderful day ahead, and don't worry, you can get through this, okay? Bye-bye.